I'm Alexis Vega and I am 20 years old. I was born in Houston but raised in Brownsville. My whole life I lived in Brownsville till one day I had to move out of town. I was going to enter 8th grade when this happened. My parents had this plan on moving to San Antonio because my dad worked there and he wanted us to be close to him. I never thought we would actually move over there since we practically lived in Brownsville forever. Eventually we would go to Walmart as a family like at 11 at night to get boxes to pack our things. It was really heartbreaking that we were going to do this drastic change in me and my sister's lives. I was actually feeling sad as it was getting closer to the day to leave. As we were on our way, all I could think about is not knowing anyone and being alone without any friends when I got there. I was a little sad but excited because it was my first time moving far from home. When we got to our new home, it was amazing because it was all designed so nicely, and then in the back porch, you could see the pool. It was beautiful. My dad had mentioned he had a friend who worked with him living in the same residence, and we got to meet his family before school started. He had a son that was in the same grade level as I was, so I had a new friend even before school started. A week passed and it was time to go to school, and I was ready because I had a new friend and I didn't have to worry about not knowing anyone. I got there and he introduced me to two of his friends and they were great. I got to meet them and I even got to meet new people each class I went to. I was really enjoying living there and knowing I had new friends and wasn't by myself. But there was one bad thing. I was raised on being outdoors every day in Brownsville and I was really missing that. I would just go to school, come back and do nothing. I started playing volleyball there in school, but it finished in like 2 months and I had nothing else to do. My parents started seeing that my sisters and I would just go to school and come back and repeat. Since they knew we were always active to doing nothing wasn't their daughters. After 6 months, my parents told us the best news on moving back, but we would be living with my grandma. I was so happy that we would be back in town, but going to a new school again, I was seriously okay with that. I just wanted to come back to playing soccer and kickball. I went to a new school in Brownsville, but I knew that having new friends and going back to being outdoors was the best feeling ever. It took me a while to play soccer, so I started off playing softball in my new school. I got to meet some new friends there. I went off to high school and started to play volleyball, soccer, and kickball. However, this was such a transition, but it made me see how things were in reality. I got to see that making a big change in life may be good, but things may always be better on being the same. I know I came back to Brownsville to living with my grandma, but that doesn't matter. I was able to play soccer and kickball again, and I got to see my friends all over again. My life was like tradition, that things get passed down but never change, and well, that was me in this situation. I did have a change, but I could never forget, nor my family, that going back was the best thing. I love living in San Antonio close to my dad, but he really knew our happiness was playing soccer. He knows that his 3 girls are making him proud every day, even if we aren't close to him. Now we get to see my dad on the weekends when he comes down, and he knows we love him unconditionally. It shows me his motivation on doing the best for my family, and it really is brave. Even though he's doing that every week, the time he is here, we try to spend it with him. He is seriously my motivation on proving to everyone I will be someone important like him. Anyhow, all I have to say is that tradition always gets passed down and never changes, so it is still amazing knowing your culture is nothing to change for something new. Like my experience, I did change, but there is nothing better than living in the place you have always lived in. Thank you for watching.